Early on Wednesday, Trump said that he was not yet satisfied on a deal with Iran, adding that the US was not discussing easing the sanctions on the country.
Iran is very much intent. They want very much to make a deal. So far, they haven't gotten there. We're not satisfied with it, but we will be. We will be either that or we'll have to just finish the job. But their Navy is gone, as I've said 1,000 times. Their Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Everything's gone, and they're negotiating on fumes. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we have to go back and finish it. Maybe we don't. Right now, I mean, you can speak to Steve Witkoff and Jared. They're doing a good job. But right now, I think it looks like they want to just make a deal. They want to. They have. I don't think they have a choice.
And Jessica joins us for more. Good afternoon, Jessica. Well, after the latest strikes, Iranian national security officials, they have demanded the release of assets seized by the United States. What more are you tracking on the latest developments?
Well, you've seen from last week to the United States almost reaching a deal with Iran when President Donald Trump had announced that it was 95% done. But then with this week beginning Monday, things begin to change a little. The fragile ceasefire now looking a bit more shaky with the recent escalation that we've seen, where the American forces had struck a launch site in Bandar Abbas, an Iranian launch site in Bandar Abbas, where the Iranian officials or the authorities had launched drone strikes towards the U.S. ships that are continuing to block the Strait of Hormuz and the waters surrounding it. And the naval blockade, around Iranian ports continues. So all of that is currently ongoing amidst a discussion of a possible ceasefire. And on the other hand, Israel has continued with its military operation in Lebanon, where now we're getting to hear that more people are looking at displacement. The total population is around 5 million people, and already 2.5 million people have been displaced, with Israelis now issuing evacuation orders towards the south of Lebanon. So there's a lot of movement of people and dire humanitarian crisis prevailing there as well. But at the same time, on the front with Iran, the United States has consistently maintained that they're going to arrive at a peace deal. Now, that deal also would have to include very substantive outcomes at this point, because what the Iranians have been insisting on is, lifting of sanctions and, of course, removing the naval blockade around its ports, because it hasn't been able to sent out its shipments of its energy shipments so far because of the continued blockade. On the other hand, you have the Americans who say that the deal will not come through until Iran gives up its enriched uranium. That has been the point of contention, and of course the other demands the two sides have made, but it mostly rests on these factors, and there has been no breakthrough, although diplomacy is at work, but nothing is uncertain, and peace, as I said, is still very fragile and on shaky grounds.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessica, for joining us and giving us the latest on the developing situation.